Hello everyone, and this is a different kind of video than what I've been posting. It's not music related. It's actually about the current state of WWE and how this whole PG mess has affected WWE. Not saying that just because they're PG it's no longer good to watch. You can still do a lot of great things in the PG realm. However, it hurts the product because they're relying too much on this cartoony and big star. Like Brodus Clay gets like 10 minutes, hits 4 minutes coming out to the ring, a minute squash match, and then he has like 5 to dance with little kids, which is good for the paying people, but that should be done off camera and or a dark match, something like that. I'm not saying that Brodus Clay is not entertaining. I'm just saying that time could be going on to develop new storylines or get new people on there that we haven't seen in a while. And even Ryder with Heath Slater this week, I like the little build up they're giving because it's a feud on wrestling, based on wrestling, nothing else. No screw jobs, no fast counts or anything. It's just pure wrestling, and I might be the only person, but I'm quite frankly ready to see that match whenever it may be. They are doing the social media thing though, where Slater's calling out Ryder on Twitter and stuff, and I think the whole Twitter thing's alright to an extent. Not to where you have to vote for matches or where they're forcing it down the people's throat, trying to make you tweet for stuff. Just doing it as a fan would want to see, like with the Facebook pages. The Facebook pages at first just start off like this and show support, and now they're getting all these polls and stuff. Like I got like 3 the other day, one asking for a Miz shirt, one asking for a DVD thing, etc., etc. And I know they're trying to get what the people want, but at the same time, I think we want surprises. I think wrestling has become too stale and almost too predictable. And I can sit on Raw and literally almost predict every match. And it, like, there needs to be outbursts of moments. Like last night, for example, Cena's promo, it was good. It started off so stale, and even whenever Punk out there, it got stale. But whenever he reminded Punk about the change and how no change had happened, that's whenever I got behind Cena. It was because last year they could have run with that. CM Punk leaving the WWE, they could have ran with that for months, not 3 weeks. They could have had him defended it in Independence, doing promos outside of WWE, not WWE booked ones where all the wrestlers are gonna be, and they could have done so much more with that. Instead of next week, CM Punk signs for all these things, the voice for the voices, which we never got anything. I'm still wanting my ice cream bars, just to let you know. And I want to see a change. Because wrestling is like periods. Not women periods, but like periods in time. Like the 80s, late 80s to like 92, you had the Hogans. Then from 92 to 97, you had the Bret Harts and Shawn Michaels. And then from 97 to 2001, you had Stone Cold and The Rock. And they're still big, don't get me wrong. I'm just saying the main people, the people you saw in there every week, no matter what. And then 2002 on up to early 2005 was like the building period where they was trying to find that next breakout star, where Triple H and JBL or Undertaker and Shawn Michaels were trying to hold the show down and let new talent rise. And a lot of good talent did come from that, but a lot of talent did get wasted. I think Shelton Benjamin should have been a world heavyweight champion by now. He should have won one of those Money in the Banks that he was in and cashed in the title and won. But that's just me. And I just And now from 2005 to 2012, well, today, it's been the same. It's been Cena. We had Batista, and I wish that he would come back. And that's really been it. There's no been change. I mean, the last great year I felt was the middle of 2008. And then after that, things have went downhill, and they've never jumped back up until last year with CM Punk. And then it just goes to show you how they can ruin something so fast and just totally mess it up. I know I'm not a storyline writer, and I know that I'm not this almighty wrestling reviewer, critic, or whatever. This is a rant that I wanted to throw out there, because this is my first video too. And I just want to get out in there, but I also want to share some opinions that some other people might have. Like, I get on these blog sites all the time, and we have the same opinions. Like, I don't want to see Del Rio and Sheamus for the 50th time. They do the match on SmackDown, they'll do it on Raw, they do it for every pay-per-view. Although Sheamus with David Otunga was pretty hilarious last night. I thought that was a very good moment. And Cena's promo was good. Those were the two great things. And then there was that tragic accident with Lawler. And I hope everything is okay with him. And as of today, the last that I've heard, he's having heart surgery. So my prayers will go out to Lawler. But it's like Lesnar too. His debut, it was out of nowhere, and that's what we love. But then he lost to Cena. You can't have that. You can't have a monster coming back and just losing to Cena. He needs to dominate the biggest guy and get him back up there. I think they did better with him possibly being the person that retired Triple H, but at the same time, I'm not sure how I feel about that storyline. Like, if he stays off TV for a while, that's good. But then at the same time, I thought he was COO, and he was supposed to be there all the time, and he was a wrestler, and now he's hurt, and I was just gone. And they need to even bring Vince back in on the TV. There needs to be like a solid management, like general manager. I mean, I like AJ, I like Booker too, but they're not general managers. Like, I'm used to Booker being a wrestler, and I just got then used to him being an announcer and a commentator, and I thought he was doing great on there. With AJ, it was just the 1000th Raw, and you expect something so much bigger, but then it was AJ, and that was just for the cheap angle with Daniel Bryan. And I think that really hurt, because we was expecting somebody like Stone Cold or somebody old, like a legend. And rumor is that Ric Flair is coming back and may be a general manager for Raw and SmackDown, or be managing Ziggler, which I think would be fantastic, because Ziggler, McIntyre, and Barrett should have already been world champions by now in my book. Ziggler should have cashed that thing in the minute he won it, or the minute after the Sheamus and Del Rio match, or whenever it was. He should have cashed it on it, or they should have done more of a storyline where he was cashing in and kept getting screwed over instead of just the one time. And Barrett should have come back and just been in the title picture. You don't need to job to these people to get behind him. He's already over. And same way with McIntyre. McIntyre, I hated that at first. I hated that they was trying to force somebody down our throat. Same way with Sheamus. I hated Sheamus whenever he first came on, but now I've got used to him, and I get to where I like him, besides when he's feuding with Del Rio. And I've got to where I really like McIntyre, and I really wish they would do something with him besides make him on Superstars. Who watches Superstars? I've not watched it since it went off cable and went to WWE.com and YouTube. And I think the YouTube thing is good. I like those little shows. I like Are You Serious? That's the only one I watch, and Zilong Chu Island's story. And that's another thing, was Ryder. Why would you drop the ball on somebody who's making you money? I mean, he skyrocketed because the kids got him, and the teens got him, like the 18 to 25, they were behind him. And for them to just drop that for no reason, that was a shame. Because now he's fighting to get back on and nobody's taking him serious anymore. But you look back to earlier this year, or even mid the last year, everybody was behind Ryder. And now everybody's saying, oh, Ryder sucks, he shouldn't even be in there. And I don't think that's the case. I really like Ryder. And I want to try to post more of these videos. This was just like the start of one, to just get some thoughts out there and some feelings and rant, I guess, like all great YouTubers do. Well, thank you for your time, and please stay tuned for more videos.